So a 14-2 run, bridging the two quarters for the Aces. Boston is tangled up. Jump ball is the call.
I mean, when you reach around from behind to tie somebody up, that doesn't usually get you a jump ball. I mean, I don't know how. Watch this play right here. Look. They're going to call jump ball from behind? Look at Asia Wilson's like looking at the ref. Helena Boston's like, you got to be kidding me.
What do you do when the refs seem determined to hand your opponent the win? If you're the Indiana Fever, you fight back harder. Their showdown with the Las Vegas Aces exposed something ugly about WNBA officiating, and the proof is hard to ignore. From questionable calls favoring Aja Wilson to Stephanie White's fiery outburst, this game had it all. But here's what really happened when the Fever refused to let the refs steal their moment, and why Caitlin Clark's sideline reaction says everything. Drop your thoughts on the officiating in the comments below. Let's break it down. Asterisk asterisk, do you want me to make asterisk asterisk multiple variations asterisk asterisk for YouTube intro, description, or short-form content? Or asterisk asterisk keep it as a long-form narration for a video script asterisk asterisk?
Like the WNBA referees has been caught yet again not playing fair with the Fever with Stephanie White, and she said that's bullshit. She said it's just like that, man. I've never seen Stephanie White curse, bro. She cursed yesterday at the game.
It looked like the WNBA referees were caught once again tipping the scales against the Fever, and Stephanie White had finally had enough. She even dropped a curse word during the game, which almost never happens. So what exactly pushed White over the edge? Let's be honest, coaches don't just lose it on the refs without a serious reason. But that's exactly what happened when the officiating became so blatantly one-sided that even White couldn't hold back her frustration. From the opening tip, something felt off. The call started rolling in Vegas's favor immediately, setting a tone that left Fever fans wondering what they were watching. You know what's infuriating? When you can predict which team will get the whistle before the play even happens.
This moment right here was so egregious, man. I just wanted to point it out. I had to point it out, dog. There was no way, all right, that you can't tell me that the Aja Wilson whistle isn't a...
The breaking point came on a play that exposed everything wrong with WNBA officiating. Aja Wilson made clear contact with Aaliyah Boston from behind, a foul so obvious it should have been automatic. Instead, the refs called a jump ball. Boston got hammered, and the officials acted like nothing happened. That's when Stephanie White snapped. Her raw, unfiltered reaction was caught on camera as she unloaded on the refs, who looked determined to protect Wilson at all costs. Do you want me to make this part flow with the previous rewritten sections as one full script, or keep it as an isolated punches segment for a dramatic highlight in your video?
This is the stuff that pisses me off. Look at hands straight up. Another foul in the Fever. The Aces had him up 11 free throws to 2. While we watch these officials, let's watch these screens. They're like dirty plays. You could just see them checking the Indiana Fever all game long. Like, these are not good screens. And then watch this. Another, like, they called so many fouls, sent the Aces to the...
This is the stuff that drives fans crazy. Hands straight up. And somehow it's another foul on the Fever. At one point, the Aces had 11 free throws to Indiana's 2. And while we're talking about the officials, look at these screens. They are flat out dirty. You can see the Aces checking Fever players all game long. These aren't clean screens, they're illegal. And then watch this, another whistle, another foul, sending the Aces to the line over and over again. Do you want me to combine all these rewritten parts into one full script for a YouTube video or short, or keep giving individual rewritten segments like this?
And then look at this. They don't call this a foul. She grabs Aaliyah Boston around the back. That's what Aaliyah Boston's saying. And instead of a foul, they called a jump ball. But I just showed you all the times. And look at this. The Aces player hits it out with their hand. Aerie never touched it again, but they give the ball to the Aces. Look at these fouls. And then look at this. Sophie Cunningham gets knocked over in the back, but they don't call a foul. No foul, and Stephanie White by now, she is pissed.
Sophie Cunningham felt the double standard firsthand. The exact plays that got her whistled for fouls were completely ignored when Aja Wilson did the same thing. The inconsistency was so blatant that fans were screaming at their screens, watching refs enforce two completely different sets of rules. Aaliyah Boston got the same treatment. Moves Wilson pulled off without a call instantly became fouls when Boston tried them. The pattern was undeniable. Wilson was playing with her own rulebook, while Fever players got penalized for barely breathing. Do you want me to compile all these rewritten parts into one full, polished video script with a strong intro, flow, and outro? Or keep them separate for now?
Stuff the WNBA ignores, then makes foul calls like this on Sophie Cunningham beyond comical. Caitlin will shoot 50 free throws a game if she got this whistle. Now, we know Caitlin Clark has not been seeing a promising whistle from the WNBA referees, and I'm telling you right now, it don't look like she will.
This wasn't a coincidence. It felt like systematic bias designed to keep the Aces in a game they were being outplayed in. The refs manufactured opportunities for Vegas, turning what should have been a fair contest into something that looked more like pro wrestling than basketball. Just look at the free throw disparity. Vegas shot 17 freebies to Indiana's 12, even though the Fever attacked the rim aggressively all night. Those extra attempts weren't earned. They were gifted by officials determined to keep the Aces within striking distance. But here's what they didn't count on: Indiana's fighting spirit refusing to break under the weight of biased officiating. Do you want me to now merge all the rewritten pieces into one powerful, flowing YouTube script with a strong hook, mid-roll, and closing call to action? Or keep each section separate for now?
Aaliyah Boston was so confused. Look at her. Aaliyah Boston was pissed. She's like, huh? Man, look, the Asia Wilson whistle, dog. Unmatched. Only two whistles that could match that whistle is Nafisa Correa and Breonna Stewart, dog. Those are only two other whistles that can match that whistle, dog. Oh, my goodness.
***, when corruption threatened to steal their victory, the Fever players answered with pure grit. Every single one delivered a crushing blow to the Aces' championship hopes. You want to see mental toughness? Watch what happened when these women refused to let biased officiating break them. Kelsey Mitchell started the night ice cold, missing her first 4 shots and going just 4 for 19 through 3 quarters, all while battling the refs disrupting Indiana's rhythm. Lesser players would have folded, but not Mitchell. She saved her best for when it mattered most. The fourth quarter? That was all her. 9 points on 4 of 5 shooting, capped by the game-changing 3 that gave Indiana the lead for good. And from there, they never looked back. ***, do you want me to combine all these rewritten parts into one complete, polished YouTube script with intro, tension build-up, climax, and outro? Or should I keep polishing them as separate segments for now?
Handoff Cunningham. Cunningham too strong. Mitchell able to save the day. And it's Mitchell going right to the rim. Beats the shot clock and lays it in. Mitchell to the rescue.
Sessions very disruptive, causing all kinds of havoc, late shot clock situations. And then Kelsey Mitchell.
Natasha Howard put on an absolute clinic against AJA Wilson, dominating both ends of the floor. She racked up her 6th double-double with 18 points on 6 of 9 shooting and 13 rebounds, completely outplaying the so-called superstar who always seems to get the favorable calls. Howard's third-quarter explosion of 11 points erased the Aces' lead and proved one thing: talent beats bias every single time. She even drained a Ray three-pointer and added 3 steals, delivering a performance that felt like a throwback to the Commissioner's Cup, when Aces fans started heading for the exits early. Do you want me to now compile all the rewritten segments into one complete YouTube script with a strong intro, storyline, tension, and closing call to action? Or should I keep giving you individual rewritten parts?
Indiana's trying to do here with Vegas.
Mitchell leaves it. Howard open. Knocks down a 3. Here's McDonald, jitterbug into the paint. Howard, aggressive attack, left hand, got it to go, and a foul.
When she gets the basketball in space and she's got a one-on-one, Natasha Howard has a lot to do.
In her last 6 games from the three-point line. Here's McDonald running the floor, doesn't get the whistle, but guess who to clean up?
Aaliyah Boston answered with a double-double of her own, 13 points and 10 rebounds, showing you found confidence despite getting hacked by the refs all night. Her willingness to step out and knock down shots from deep stretched the floor and created problems Vegas couldn't solve. When you're getting fouled on every possession and the whistle never comes, you adjust, and Boston did exactly that by hitting shots they couldn't take away. Do you want me to now combine all the rewritten parts into one polished, full YouTube script with a strong intro, build-up, climax, and outro? Or keep them separate for now?
The league and shots blocked. Cole bounces in. Knocks down a three.
Sophie Cunningham kept her scorching July streak alive with 15 points on 4 of 5 shooting, drilling 3 of 4 from deep like they were layups. For someone shooting 58.1% from 3 over her last 6 games while averaging nearly 14 points, this was just business as usual. Cunningham's shooting range and versatile defense made her the perfect complement to Indiana's core, and you could see the frustration all over AJA Wilson's face every time another shot splashed through.
Offense was not the issue for Indiana on Tuesday. They put up 84 points despite the absence of Caitlin Clark. Cunningham hit 5 threes, and it's her first tonight. Stay with Indiana.
So Sophie Cunningham doing a really good job of reading the stagger. You have options off that, and she's reading the second.
Ari McDonald saved her best for last. With 35 seconds left and the game on the line, she buried the clutch three-pointer that sealed Vegas's fate. She went a perfect 3-4-3 from deep, with that dagger being her only shot of the fourth quarter. McDonald finished with 9 points, 4 assists, and 2 steals in just 22 minutes. Proof that depth wins games. Meanwhile, Lexi Hull was locking down Aces players with relentless hustle and defense, flipping momentum with the kind of gritty plays that don't show up in the box score. And while these players battled corruption on the court, someone else was going to war with the refs from the sideline, with just as much fire. And then came the moment everyone's talking about. The instant Caitlin Clark completely lost it on the sideline. Picture this, Clark jumping up and down, visibly furious, her frustration boiling over for the world to see. That animated reaction said it all. You were watching someone who simply couldn't stand seeing her teammates get rubbed by corrupt officiating.
And look at this travel. This is the craziest thing ever. The ref's right in front of the ref's eyes. This girl's pivoting on 2 feet, jumping around, gets the ball, I don't even know. But Lexi Hall, look at her reaction.
***, Clark sat helpless on the bench, forced to watch as referees systematically tried to steal her team's victory with blatant bias. Every questionable whistle against the Fever was like another knife twist for someone who lives and breathes basketball. You know what's pure torture for a competitor like Clark? Sitting there powerless while officials hand advantage after advantage to the other team. The call that triggered her animated outburst was yet another controversial decision designed to protect AJA Wilson. Clark saw what most fans missed in real time. The subtle contact that should have been called, the positioning that created an unfair edge, the split-second choice that swung momentum toward Vegas. Her reaction wasn't random emotion. It was the response of someone who understands the game at the highest level and recognizes corruption the second it happens. ***.
Caitlin at one stage jumping up off the bench to start screaming.
***. Clark's injury made this even harder to stomach. She's used to controlling games with her play, but now she could only watch the corruption unfold from the sidelines. Every bad call hit differently when you're powerless to respond on the court. Her visible anger became the voice every Fever fan needed in that moment. Looking for validation, Clark's reaction said it all. When the best player in women's basketball gets that fired up about officiating, you know something's seriously wrong. And this wasn't just about one call. It was about the blatant favoritism AJA Wilson seems to benefit from game after game. ***.
That's a foul. Ari McDonald goes up and gets hit in the air, no foul called, right? And then they call a foul on her for not even touching a person. That was a foul called on Aaron McDonald. Look at this. And then touch foul, Asia Wilson. And then here we go. Another touch foul for the Aces. Like, how many times do they call fouls on the Fever, but they want this to be a physical game?
Asterisk, asterisk. This ties into a bigger problem poisoning the WNBA. The golden child treatment certain players receive. It kills credibility and makes fans question whether games are decided by skill or by politics. Clark's reaction put that ugly truth on full display. And here's the thing. Do you think she's going to forget watching refs try to cheat her team? Not a chance. This frustration will fuel her comeback in ways practice never could. She's now seen firsthand how the league protects its favorites, and that knowledge will make her even more dangerous, even injured. Clark's sideline leadership and fiery support rallied her teammates through the adversity. Her presence reminded everyone they were fighting for something bigger than just one game. And this one without their superstar, it proves the Fever are building something truly special for 2025. Asterisk, asterisk.
If you smash down hard enough, the officials get super confused. Wilson gets away with these fouls all the time, especially against the Fever. Hey, right. Dang, that's a fact. I forgot all about that one, man. Literally. And she laughs every time, though.
Asterisk, asterisk. You want a shocking stat? Sophie Cunningham is the league's hottest three-point shooter in July, and it's not even close. While everyone talks about the big names, Cunningham has quietly gone from role player to a legit sixth player of the year candidate. Let's break down the numbers. Over her last 6 games, she's shooting a ridiculous 58.1% from deep while averaging 3 made threes per game. That's not a hot streak. That's sustained excellence. Add in 13.7 points per game, and you've got one of the most efficient scorers in the league right now. Her 3 of 4 performance from beyond the arc against Vegas. Just another day at the office. 15 points on new perfect shooting, even while the refs were trying to disrupt Indiana's rhythm. That's what elite role players do when their team needs them most. And the timing? Perfect. Cunningham's surge started right when Clark went down with injury, proving Indiana's incredible depth. While other teams panic without their star, the Fever just plugged in Cunningham and kept rolling. That's championship-level roster building. Why is she so valuable? Simple, versatile defense, clutch shooting, and zero hesitation when the big shot is there. She guards multiple positions, rebounds, and spaces the floor. These are the exact skills championship teams need from their sixth woman. Cunningham's rise connects to a bigger theme. Players stepping up when it matters most. She didn't wait for perfect circumstances. She saw her moment and seized it. That mentality is spreading through the entire Fever roster. Asterisk, asterisk.
I wasn't 100% confident we were going to close out the game at one point, especially with the way the refs were doing it. But I want to shout out to Sophie Cunningham. She got like 33 minutes last night, shot 4 for 5, 15 points again. I mean, she is playing lights out. You cannot ask for more from her. And she's not a focal point on the offense. It's not like they run plays for her. She just, spots up, ready to rock and roll, hits everything that comes in her hand. She's shooting the best 3-point percentage in the WNBA in the month of July.
Asterisk, asterisk. Her performance especially frustrated AJ Wilson and the Aces, who had no answer for her range. Every time Vegas tried to shift their defensive focus, Cunningham made them pay from deep. You could see the annoyance on Wilson's face as shot after shot dropped from a player she probably didn't even scout seriously. Cunningham's 15 points perfectly illustrate why the Fever's supporting cast can't be overlooked. She's not just logging minutes. She's winning games with elite shot-making and defensive versatility. Sliding into the starting lineup has also revealed leadership qualities that were flying under the radar before. When Clark comes back to a team with this level of depth and confidence, the rest of the league better be on high alert. Asterisk, asterisk.
Playing for Sophie Cunningham to start again tonight, or what's your...
Yes.
What is it about her, I guess, at the start of a game that you like having her in the lineup?
Another ball handler, another player who can create shots for her teammates, as well as stretch the floor. A really good defensive rebounder. as well. We had at times really struggled from a defensive rebounding standpoint, so like that as well. And her energy.
Asterisk, asterisk. This win proves the Fever are building a championship-caliber culture, one that overcomes every obstacle, even corrupt officiating. Sitting at 13-12 with the season series win over Vegas, Indiana now holds a critical tiebreaker for playoff seeding. You're watching a team that refuses to fold under pressure. In 2025, that's the year Indiana shows the entire WNBA what happens when you try to hold back a team destined for greatness. Caitlin Clark will return to an evolved squad, Cunningham shooting the lights out, Kelsey Mitchell hitting clutch daggers, and a roster stacked with confidence and depth. Keep supporting this incredible team as they prepare to shock the basketball world with their resilience and unbreakable spirit. Drop your thoughts on WNBA officiating in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss what's next. Asterisk, asterisk.
Vegas has done a nice job coming on the road, keeping Indiana Fever in check offensively, and Sophie Cunningham, you cannot lose.
What do you do when the refs seem determined to hand your opponent the win? If you're the Indiana Fever, you fight back harder. Their showdown with the Las Vegas Aces exposed something ugly about WNBA officiating, and the proof is hard to ignore. From questionable calls favoring AJA Wilson to Stephanie White's fiery outburst, this game had it all. But here's what really happened when the Fever refused to let the refs steal their moment, and why Caitlin Clark's sideline reaction says everything. Drop your thoughts on the officiating in the comments below. Let's break it down. Asterisk, asterisk, do you want me to make asterisk, asterisk, multiple variations asterisk, asterisk, for YouTube intro, description, or short-form content? Or asterisk, asterisk, keep it as a long-form narration for a video script asterisk, asterisk.